your first album?
Well, my first album was written over 5 years, and you get as long as you like to write like a debut album. And I had songs that dated back to 2012, 2013, but for this new record, it was just a snapshot of time, and I never set out to write a record so quickly. It kind of just happened, and which I feel really lucky about, because I know some people don't get to have that. But I don't know. I definitely feel like the sound has got. I feel like the storytelling's got better. So, and this record was all about the stories.
So country music's really big in the US, and you actually recorded some of the album in Nashville, didn't you?
Yeah.
So how was that?
Yeah, so I've recorded both albums like partly out there. First time I was like this deer in a headlight, kind of had no idea what was going on. Second time round I was more prepared for it, and I just had the best time. It's such an incredible place to be, and to be surrounded by all of these amazing musicians that have like worked with Reba and Faith Hill and Amy Grant. It's like, and now they're working with me, Dusty Springfield. It's pretty crazy.
So festivals like Ramblin Man are obviously helping, but do you think the UK is now kind of waking up to how good this type of music really is?
I think it is. I feel there's a lot going in the pop country genre as well. I feel like shows like Nashville sort of really started to spark an interest in country music, and it is like going into the mainstream as well. You hear a lot of country, kind of country on Radio 1 now. It's sort of like dabbling. So, that's not my kind of country, but it's really great to see that it's getting like national sort of coverage. And for this kind of stuff, which is on the outside, I think just places like Ramblin Man and Black Deer, like the fans that come to these festivals are just the best. So yeah, I was chatting with Bruce who programs the Rising Stage, and we were just talking about there's nothing quite like the fan base that comes to Ramblin Man. Like, they are amazing.
So I know you unfortunately got kind of caught up in the pledge music situation where artists weren't getting paid. So what kind of happened there? What did you do in response to that?
What happened? So my campaign started in November, and I started to hear whisperings when Danny sort of whistle blew, as he say, and I just thought, oh gosh, this is going down now. And I just finished the Czech Republic tour. I sat in Prague airport, and I rebuilt my own backstage site on my website and did a pre-order site on there, and I gave my fans the option to either cancel their pledges or to stick with pledge, knowing that if I never got paid, that didn't matter, they would get their product. What was incredible is so many people cancelled their pledges, went over to mine, and they never saw the money that they never got their money for their cancelled pledges, and like that was so heartbreaking to feel like my fans had been massively out of pocket. But so many of them were like, we just want you to have this, we want you to be able to make a new record, because it's all self-funding when you're DIY, and fans are aware of that, and it was just so amazing that so many people reached out, and so many people, they'd be like, do you know what else, I've just bought a load of stuff on your website, but don't send it to me, I just wanted you to have the money. And like I said to them, I'm not gonna do that. But like that's the kind of people that like support this music. Like they're just amazing.
Yeah.
But the people that really lost out were the people who did the crowdfunders. Their fans gave the money, they never got it, they weren't able to make the record, and it's just, oh yeah, like gives me just like chills, but in a bad way, just talking about it, because they totally screwed people over, and I feel like heads haven't rolled, and that's the worst thing, is like these people have got away with it, and yeah, that's all I'm saying. They're kind of like, up down, up down.
So selling records is obviously a lot harder these days as well, and you've been touring the last record quite heavily, so how important are live shows for a DIY artist like you?
Like, they're so important. It's so important to get out there, to tour. I mean, the genre we're in, like they still buy CDs, they still buy vinyl, they all buy t-shirts, and that is merchandise that funds my touring. And it's, for me, like I love meeting my fan base. Like this DIY world is not about putting screens up between you and your fans, it's about getting to know them. Like they're my friends. I know people by all their names, and you know, like they're the people that have got me to where I am today. Like that's just, I'm so grateful.
So what else is coming up for you this year?
I've got only a few more UK festivals. I've got some French festivals, I've got a festival in Corsica. I'm going over to the States in September, so I've got shows out there. And then I come back, I do a big European tour. I get to go to Denmark, Sweden and Norway, which I'm really excited about. Germany. And then I come home and I go on tour with Chris Barris. So that's really exciting. So I'm doing 4 dates with him, Glasgow, Manchester, Stockton and York. And then I do my own headline tour. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's a quite nice just weekend, just like doing gigs at the weekend at the moment, which is really nice. And then at the end of August, it's just going crazy.
You're mad. Well, thank you so much for chatting.
Oh,
Make sure you check out Elles Bailey and come back to Denmark Leather for more. Bye.